Hello, we're Black Diamond Apple, and today we're responding to Techncals Nairo video by popular request. Actually, we watched this video already, or at least most of it, but and we were not planning on doing a video on this, but because of the recent video's reception, we decided to do it. So here we go. He loves that filter. He loves it.
Oh, it's a kinky video with
When I
handcuffs.
say welcome back Zero, I mean welcome back to uploading content, not to Smash events. Despite me never making that argument, I think it's worth clearing up. Zero has long lost that privilege and has accepted the outcome. However, Nairo's...
So here's my confusion. And this is something even his community is parroting, and it doesn't make sense. It could make sense, but it depends on his reasoning. So the reason we ban people of places is because they are usually a problem, right?
Troublemakers.
So I think the main reason everyone will agree on why these people are banned is because in their current state we can trust them. We can trust if they're going to. If they are actually capable of having such huge not platform, but interaction with other people, right? Especially because some of these people actually have quote unquote positions of power. So that's the reason we usually ban people. And my problem is that the platform the YouTube platform or whatever gives them the same power. And yeah, because the Katie thing didn't even happen at a tournament. It happened online. Zero and Katie never met. So this is like what's your reasoning for banning them? If it's anything other than the concern for future victims, then your reasoning to ban them off tournaments, but not from other platforms, is just incoherent.
Yeah, it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense, right?
So yeah, unless Techncals is like, unless Techncals only cares about, I don't know, marketing Smash Brothers or anything else, which by the way, that's a reason what a piece of shit. But if he has, I just can't imagine other reasoning for not banning them on every platform and just tournaments. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it makes no sense because he can still get away with it. Well, I mean, he can still try, right? Alright.
The reason that Zero should still be banned from attending tournaments is because with the information that does exist, we at the bare minimum understand that he had an inappropriate conversation over Skype with an alleged 14-year-old girl.
So again, that's a problem. We banned Zero because he had an inappropriate conversation with a 14-year-old, so he should be banned for tournaments. The thing is, the conversation happened online. And he still has a platform, the Discord. He can, if he wants to do it again, he can do it again online. And that's why I think, and well, both of us think that he shouldn't be back. He's not to be trusted yet.
Yeah, he hasn't shown any repentance or anything else unless his video says otherwise, but no.
Would we all agree that no matter what, this warrants excluding someone from a place where they would have access to children? If you said anything but yes, then I have a guy in DC that would love to have your internet history. Judging from the likes on Fatality's tweet...
Again, I'm starting to sound like a broken clock here, but that goes for online as well. The Katie thing happened online. They never met.
Yeah.
I think it would be fair in assuming that this is the main agreement. Now that we all agree, let's use this as the baseline for the Nairo case. During March of 2017, only 3 weeks before the alleged assault and blackmail of Nairo, there's a series of 3 tweets where Nairo and Captain Zack were publicly flirting. One, where Zack refers to him as his husband. Another, where Nairo displays discontent at Zack's public...
I want to clarify. I just want to clarify something that I said in our last response. In our last response, I said this.
Technicals, do you do yoga? Because this is one heck of a stretch.
So the reason I said that was because I misunderstood this interaction. I thought the plasma guy was Nairo. So I thought the face Nairo was making was interpreted as, I interpreted it as thank you for calling me handsome. Which is not sexual. I mean, you just can say that to a fucking granny, okay? But now that I know that the plasma guy is ally, yeah, that this changes the context.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad to flirt with a minor. Do not flirt with a minor.
Interest in other attractive smashers, and a final one, where Nairo appears to display a level of jealousy when Zack uses an endearing tag for the other player we've come to understand was also involved with him. Even though I believe this meets the bare requirement we just set, let me provide you with...
Okay, so I want to point out, I don't know anything about Nairo. I just found out about these guys a year ago, honestly. But I want to point out that the baseline wouldn't apply here because you're saying, oh, Zero flirted, he's bad. But no, the flirting with Zero is much heavier. It's so much different to flirt with someone on DMs than it is to flirt with someone on Twitter. So yeah, I'm not saying Nairo looks good because he does not. But I'm saying it's still, at this point with this evidence, it's still worse for Zero than it is for Nairo.
Here's 4 testimonies on their dynamic, starting from the most mild one. Zack and Nairo dating was okay for reasons I just mentioned. They even had pictures together and were often together, even cuddling at times. So I had no idea of anything. Though because of how things were oddly quiet about their relationship, I did later ask Zack if they were dating, and I was told from him that he doesn't know. As well, he made it sound like Nairo wasn't sure of a relationship, or that he was more interested in a girl. I mainly was interested in their relationship because it had the type of celebrities are dating type of vibe. Only later did I learn that the situation was something else entirely. As Zack again later told me, he made the story up. I believed him foolishly even though I literally saw him laying down on Nairo's lap. Here's Nairo in 4...
So Nairo's the dude with the jacket, and Zack is the dude laying on his lap. Yeah, okay, so just to be clear, you can do this with adults, not kids. Please.
Yeah, and it also coincides with the statement. So yeah, our situation with Nairo, for everyone saying that we're biased for some reason, no, we're not. We are being objective. We don't really care. Well, I mean, we do care. If Nairo did what he did, yeah, this is really bad. This worsened our opinion of him a lot. And
yeah.
From neutral positive to negative, yeah.
Yeah, regardless of what happens, because there's supposedly a trial and there's gonna be, there's gonna be a trial. Apparently, regardless of what happens, you cannot lead on a child by flirting. You can't. So, don't do that. It doesn't look good for you, and it's not necessarily legal still. Don't do that.
K with Captain Zack laying on his lap. Still not convinced? How about this one from the top 3 player, Tweak? Zack and Nairo had started flirting at this event specifically.
Jeez.
When Zack went to go to Nairo's room the night they did sexual things, I specifically told Zack not to go. And he did, and did not come back that night. Nairo also knew that I knew, and when he visited me in Ohio, he begged me not to tell him.
Oh, God.
There's also a screenshot from Tweak where he specifically says he told Zack not to go to Nairo's room, and oddly, to also not do things with him. Unless Tweak was miswording his reply, that means this escalation was a considered possibility based off Tweak's own observations of their interactions.
Yeah, so...
I really like to hear Tweak's statement.
So apparently this is all true, and I have no reason to don't think this is true. But... So, if this is the case, and then Zack took things a little further... yeah, it's still statutory rape, Nairo. Even if Zack started it all, it's still statutory rape. Why? Because you're leading a child. You're leading on a child. And the child is not responsible to say, hey, no, it's you, the adult. If you're over 18, you're the adult. So yes, Nairo, you should not have done this. The only thing that would absolve Nairo is if he in fact was raped. That still doesn't take away the fact that he led on Zack a lot. So
yeah,
it still looks pretty bad. But that's the only thing that would absolve him in the sense that it's not as bad, but still pretty fucking bad. You should not be allowed to continue doing content or tournaments or anything else.
Now, before you go reminding me, the person who wrote the book on this case, that Zack is a manipulative, lying piece of shit, here's how DeBuzz handled Zack's advances.
As I remember, Zack tried saying something flirtatious with me, right? And I just pushed him away immediately. I said no, and I stopped that immediately, and that was that. Because I knew that was not okay, and I knew this needed to stop.
And to help, actually, I'm going to agree with Techncals here and actually reinforce his argument. And this is the reason why my opinion with Nairo has worsened a lot. Yes, Captain Zack is a manipulative piece of shit, we do have to take that into consideration. However, we also have to remind ourselves that the reason the manipulative thing, the manipulation, the manipulation thing ever happened with Ally in the first place was because they were already together, or were already flirtatious with each other. He couldn't do this to the boss because the boss was like, "Fuck off."
The fact is that he was having sex with this other dude, the one you mentioned before, and yeah, so he hasn't lied about that. So yeah, still don't flirt with kids. There's plenty of adults out there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But DeBuzz's own admission stopped all progression after denying his advances. I think it would be hard to overlook public tweets of them flirting, a photo, and several testimonies of Nairo undeniably feeding into this inappropriate dynamic.
Yeah.
I mean absolutely no offense to DeBuzz, but if he can pick up on this social cue and realize that what's happening is wrong, I see no excuse for Nairo. And finally,
this is not excuse because you have this antisocial behavior, whatever. Even if you can't, it's still wrong. Ignorance of the law doesn't make it okay to break it. So I mean, he's making this argument against Nairo, but it would apply to anyone, even if you truly don't know.
Finally, there's the testimony from Samsora about their weekend at Prime Saga. Paradin left to go to the bathroom, and Nairo brought up how Ally and Zack was completely different from him and Zack. He also told me to never tell Paradin of what happened between Zack and him, because it would only hurt her. At this point, the only way that you could argue that Nairo didn't flirt with a 15-year-old is to not only deny the public tweets, but the 4 people who testified would have to walk back their stories, and also the picture of them together would have to somehow be disproven.
I'm gonna talk about the hypocrisy again. I agree with you here. What about ZeRo? Because they haven't walked back their statements, but for some reason, in this case, it's okay, but over there it wasn't. Just hypocrisy. I fuck off Nairo, fuck off ZeRo, but still, I mean, come on, dude, you gotta be consistent. Be consistent with ZeRo. That's what I want.
Yeah, there is definitely a double standard here, no matter how you put it. I know there's probably more. There's more statesmen on Nairo, but if one of your evidence for them definitely fucking or doing sexual things was the flirting, then you also have to consider the possibility that yes, ZeRo did indeed ask the 14-year-old to masturbate.
Yeah, it has to be the same standard, and both of them fail the standard. Both of them.
But Techncals just he can't even conceive the possibility that he did it, and like we pointed out in our video, there's some things that also go against ZeRo, like his. And I'm saying this ironically, without no offense, autism.
Yeah. Again, that defense doesn't work for anyone. I don't know why he keeps saying, "Oh well, I mean, obviously he could catch that." No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're an idiot that has never. It doesn't matter if you're a Shaolin monk that has never talked to anyone of the opposite sex. It doesn't excuse your behavior.
The strongest defense in Nairo's corner is that he was taken advantage of during his sleep, and because of the initial shock, he froze up as Zack snuck into his bed and began to perform unconsensual sexual acts on him. I'm not even going to bother arguing this, because I don't have to. On the very next day, when Nairo was entirely conscious, there was another instance of sexual activity. The defense is now that Nairo was blackmailed into doing this. I'm trying very hard to be reasonable right now. So let me describe what that situation would look like. After assaulting Nairo in his sleep, Zack then goes up to him the next day and says something along the lines of, "If you do not let me suck your dick, I will ruin your career." You're supposed to believe, according to Nairo's account, that he didn't know what was happening to him wasn't his fault until after he got canceled and got therapy. Honestly, I gotta give it up for the therapist, because it must have been a pretty quick revelation for him to retain a criminal defense attorney within the same month.
Alright, so real quick, I don't know if Techncals aware, but when someone's raping you, yes, that's a response that's normal, and yeah, you're also not aware what's happening.
That is a completely reasonable response. You don't know how anyone's going to react to being raped.
Yeah, you don't know.
A 15-year-old and you're the adult. Yeah, it's shocking. Right now, what Technicals is doing is making fun of basically people that have been and and the shock they go through.
I mean, I'm not saying that I agree with Nairo, and I don't agree. After what I'm seeing, I also don't agree that I also don't believe that he was. But if this actually happened and that's how it happened, it makes perfect sense. And yeah, you can also be blackmailed, especially by someone like Captain Sack, who's been known to blackmail people. So if that actually happened, that makes a lot of sense.
And just to clarify to everyone, Nairo flirting with Captain Sack and then actually being and froze freeze it's actually pretty reasonable. It can happen. Both things can happen at the same time.
Yeah,
it's we can definitely ban Nairo for flirting with minors for a time for both content creation and tournaments, but also condemn Captain Sack for his crime.
Correct.
I find that very hard to believe, considering that 3 years prior, he had an angry outburst at Zack for attempting to blackmail him again a month later. And Nairo stated that he had had enough of being used. So just to recap, he said that he was blackmailed, said he didn't realize that what happened to him wasn't his fault until after he got therapy, but also was fed up with being blackmailed a month.
Completely reasonable.
Oh yeah.
After
he's
the
making it sound like it's dumb, but no, it's reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Occurred. Keep in mind that this is what everyone is expecting you to believe, with no exceptions, all at the same time. There's not an infinite number of decisions that Nairo, as an adult, could have made in that moment. His only option, according to them, was to allow it to happen.
No. Once again, you have to understand how it works. And yeah, you get shocked. It's a thing that happens. Some people are very aggressive, other people start crying, other people just stop moving. I don't know, dude. You get read up in some fucking psychology. You're kind of an idiot, honestly.
According to Sam Sora, during Prime Saga 2019, he, Zack, and Nairo all agreed to a cover story in case this little secret ever got out. Nairo proceeded to then ask for my help and make sure the information about him and Zack never escaped. He wanted my help to talk to Tamim and Zack about the situation, and make sure they think that the situation was different from Ally and Zack. Zack was always on board with what Nairo was saying to cover the events up, and I just felt confused on what was happening. If we give Sam Sora's testimony any credence, given his shaky motivation, according to him, this would put Nairo as the one controlling the false narrative that would soon come out. Even though it's hard to believe a proven liar like Sam Sora, the second the allegations hit the timeline, we could see Nairo's plan being put into action as he and Zack immediately denied all allegations. From Tamim's tweet line...
Did Zero not deny the allegations right away? I mean, I just want to point out once again.
No, he made like 2 responses until he gave up.
Yeah, so he didn't deny it right away, right? So, I don't know, once again, the hypocrisy. Why do you like Nairo so little and Zero so much? I don't understand. Yeah. Both are pieces of shit. You can say that. It's cool. Jesus.
Longer, it stated that Nairo called...
This is a claim for me that I don't even know if I'm going to put in the video, because it adds to nothing. But I generally don't think Technicals cares about the victims, which is why I think he doesn't care about them being banned of tournaments. Which, by the way, now that I think about it, it's even more fucking bullshit when you realize that Zero retired from attending tournaments a long time ago, and he wasn't going to enter any tournament anytime soon. Just want to point that out. So yeah, I don't really think he actually cares about the victims or any of this. That's why he has a double standard, because the Smash community that Technicals hate loves Nairo, but the Smash community hates Zero. So he defends Zero, but not Nairo, like the good contrarian Technicals is. That's my claim. I don't know if that I obviously can't tell, because it just doesn't make sense to me to not ban them both from both tournaments and content creation.
Sorry, not sorry, but if you're ever provided an ultimatum by a child and you choose sex over the infinite amount of other options, then you have just displayed...
So my problem here is that he's stating it. He's stating like he knows it happened, like it's a fact that it happened. But when it comes to Zero, which is very fishy as well, he's like, no, it didn't happen. Oh, by the way, he has a sad story and he's awkward. So yeah, that absolves him. Oh, by the way, he didn't do it. That's the only occasion he did anything bad. Well, so with Nairo.
Yeah, we don't know anything else about Nairo, but
Yeah.
for all we know, that's the only time he did that, so that's okay, I guess.
Yeah. So
Because of Techncals.
so yeah. So just in case it wasn't clear for you guys, our position right now is fuck Nairo, but also fuck ZeRo.
Yeah.
Because they had the same basically. Because we are actually consistent, unlike Techncals, which defends ZeRo, but not Nairo.
Yeah. Oh, hey, he banned him for tournaments.
That you were incapable of making the right choices and should not be allowed to be in these scenarios any longer. I don't give a fuck about therapy or freezing up. This is not a debate. Don't you
So we don't care about victims. You heard him, guys.
And why would we care about ZeRo's past then?
Oh no, that's okay. That's okay. But freezing up during that's not okay. That's not
See,
okay.
this is what interests me about this fucking moron. He contradicts himself every fucking sentence.
Instead, he went to some underqualified tournament organizers and couldn't even get them to say that he's innocent on all charges. Incredible.
I don't think it's their place. Let me read these things. So they lifted the ban. They lifted the ban, but they didn't say, hey, he's in the clear. He wants him. Oh, they couldn't even say that because they can't. I mean, I know Technicals has an ego bigger than the fucking country, but yeah, dude, you cannot just say, oh, I mean, you're not the arbiter, and neither is Collision, and what else is?
Them to say that he's innocent.
And 2GG or whatever it's called. They're not the arbiters of whether he's bad or not. They're just like, oh, well, I think we can let him back because he's presenting some good evidence. That's it. That's it. That's it. I mean, they can. Oh no, he's totally in the clear, man. And then what happens? There's a trial, and there's like, oh yeah, no, he's guilty of statutory rape. Oh well, we gotta ban him again. But if I say, hey, he's cool, man, and I get fucked up, man, it's just stupid. I don't understand why this is a point. This is just stupid, Technicals. Come on.
Yeah, maybe Nairo has some damning evidence that we can't even imagine.
Yeah. Maybe he made some good arguments with them. I don't know, but still.
I mean,
it's not a gotcha that, oh, they couldn't even say that. Well, whatever, they can't. They can't, dude, they can't.
Now that we're on the same page here, let's go down the list of every high-profile individual that actively campaigned to get his Twitch.
Now, I want to point out, what is this, fucking Nazi Germany? Yeah, so you make a mistake and you're like, hey, I'm ban Nairo from Twitch. Yeah, well, you thought at that point, but then it turns out he's actually a fucking asshole. Ban him again. I mean, I don't understand why this is a thing. Like, this is not Nazi Germany. Oh, hey, you didn't vote for the right person. Fuck you. I don't understand this.
Twitch account unbanned, so that he could attend tournaments.
And again, the only reason, like,
without any problems. The number 38th player, Void. The number 23rd player, Cosmos. His fangirl,
are going
Paradin,
to the gulag.
Lead content coordinator from Panda Global. The 5th ranked player, Mars. The number 20th player, Wadi. The best player in the world, MK Leo. I'd like to tell you that I'm surprised at the lack of ethical consistency from Smash players, but then I'd be lying. Cause oddly enough, here's also DeBuzz.
By the way, the irony of what?
That goes for you too, moron.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the irony of fucking Technical saying, oh, the lack of consistency. I'm sorry, dude, but you're very inconsistent. Very fucking inconsistent.
There's plenty more where that came from, and I'm not afraid to keep the list going, no matter who you are. There are some prominent children, but it's not their fault. They just see all the people they admire and look up to all peddling the same propaganda that...
I'm sorry, propaganda? This is not propaganda. This is people saying, oh, hey, this doesn't like him. Maybe you shouldn't ban him because it looks pretty bad. Well, I mean, what do you call
people?
What?
It's just people fucking up, Technicals. There's nothing sinister about this.
They peddle the propaganda.
Some of these people saw the 30-page document. There was probably damning evidence. There's probably damning evidence here against Captain Sack. So they probably believe Nairo, and they tweeted it. And the people who haven't seen it, well, they simply believe Nairo because remember, Captain Sack's money passed. That's it. There's nothing sinister about this. This is not propaganda.
Yeah, this is not propaganda.
If Nairo turns out to be guilty, well, they just fucked up. Like, just get better.
Yeah, this is not.
Chill.
This is not propaganda. This is not propaganda. He does this a lot. He pretends like this is, I don't know, the fucking government or some shit. Jesus, and Techncals. Jesus.
Yeah.
Makes them comfortable to jump on board with. I will burn this entire community to the fucking ground.
The Joker.
You think I give a shit? You know I don't give a shit.
Boys, he just canceled Smash. Sakurai is right now at home arrest in fucking Japan because he's burning the fucking community to the ground. Hey, tell you, why don't you go and get us fucking free healthcare? I don't know, man. Get.
He truly thinks he's the Joker.
He's gonna burn you to the ground, man. Jesus.
That's why you're scared.
Society.
Wait, that's why you're scared? No. I didn't hear this yesterday. Hang on.
Burn this entire community to the fucking ground. You think I give a shit? You know I don't give a shit. And that's why you're scared.
Oh no! What are you gonna do now? Damn, man!
Technicals, not even Nintendo could destroy the Melee community. You can do shit. Come on, dude. You have to chill. Your ego has to go down a little bit. And yeah. And
Well-
actually, yeah.
Why don't you go and solve the peace in the Middle East or some shit, man? I mean, because you have so much power. Because you didn't give a shit, man. That's why I was so scared. Jesus.
But it's okay. I'll do
It's
all
okay.
the hard work for you.
Okay.
And I won't even bat an eye when all your favorites are gone. To
No!
me, they're nothing more than an obstacle.
Oh no.
Not MK Leo! Not MK Leo, please!
He's gonna be president one day. It's not an obstacle.
Stranger,
Technicals is
a
going to
line in
become
a
president of the United States just to destroy the Smash community.
Yeah, bro, king of the world, man.
script,
Yeah.
a new Wikipedia entry. It makes no difference to me. Partnering with Nintendo? You shouldn't be allowed to partner with the arcade down the street.
Ah, damn it! Nintendo. What's the name of the Bowser? Bowser is the name of a fucking director or something. Nintendo. Whatever. And he's like, ah, damn, dude. Techncals doesn't like it. He's gonna do it with how many views does he have? He's gonna do it with 233,000 views. Oh boy, we're done. Please stop.
Yeah. Yeah, chill the fuck out, Technicals.
Jesus.
I can imagine that a parent would look at this and be absolutely sick to their stomach. This is fucking disgusting, and I'm not gonna sit here while it happens right in front of me.
Unless it's Zero,
But not
then
with
he's gonna
Zero
sit
Sweets.
here. Yeah. Yeah, but if it's gonna.
Tweets, the parents will look at Zero's, not Zero's tweets, I'm sorry, the messages with a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Girl. They're gonna see it and they're gonna say, nah, this is fine.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's just gonna sit down there and let it happen if it's Zero. If it's not Zero, then it's cool.
Do you know what it's called when someone who has done something wrong is then defended
Is the
by
best
their
part.
friends with money and influence?
Mm-hmm.
Nepotism.
That's. That's so funny. No, nepotism is when you put. What?
Like you said yesterday, we don't know what propaganda nor nepotism means.
Yeah. That's when you have a position of power, you put your friends in there. Nepotism. I mean, I know you can stretch it, but you say, oh well, when your friends defend you. Well, isn't that what friends do normally? That's not nepotism. That's friendship.
It's called freedom of association, yeah, like you said.
Hey, you know when I ask you to get me a Coke or something because I'm doing something in the game, that's slavery.
Yeah.
When my mom is like, hey, you do the dishes, monarchy. Jesus. Oh my god.
This goes all the way to the top of the Smash Brothers hierarchy. Now
Okay.
I ask you, what makes this any different from an actual pedophile ring?
Really? Harvey Epstein. They're fucking Harvey Epstein was it Harvey Weinstein? I don't know what's his name is. Epstein dude. They have like a private island with kids that were trained so they could serve their fucking adult masters or whatever. Everything is so secret. Everyone does the same thing. Everyone is fucking aware. So yeah, it is pretty fucking different from a pedophile ring. 2 cases or whatever. It doesn't make it a pedophile ring.
Also, wouldn't they defend Zero as well if it was a file ring?
Oh yeah, they would. They
Or was
would.
it a that they don't like?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so here's the thing with this guy. Sometimes it's pretty fucking bad, but with Zero it's okay. It's not that bad. You guys see where... Wait, that's like a dictator! Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it is pretty fucking bad. It's a ring. But sometimes, hey man, he was just flirting around. He's not gonna go to tournaments. I mean, did we really know he asked about the eyes and the masturbation? Jesus, Technicals, come on.
Story. He's awkward. Come on.
Yeah. No one has a sad story but Zero. Everyone has to know some childhood. Jesus, come on, dude. Come on.
I'm not joking. A man with significant power and money that was known to be flirting with a 15-year-old
Yeah.
who had the fact that you guys dislike me so much to the point that you'll create an image of me that disagrees with you.
Here's why this video exists. Here's why he responds. He defends Zero. I mean,
He's just jerking himself
because
off.
you don't like me. I want to be with you guys.
The fact that you guys dislike me so much to the point that you'll create an image of me that disagrees with you is precisely why it's so easy to manipulate you into incriminating yourself.
Well, you haven't done that to us. I'm just pointing that out. And also, we have not created anything that you said. We have only used your statement. So I don't know who does it to you, but we haven't done it. I understand that I don't know anything about the Smash community except for what he knows. But I mean, Mania. But I mean, I don't understand. Like, I can't. He can't control people to incriminate themselves. Let me say the truth. DM'd him an apology. He knows that's not incriminating, right? You can't believe someone, and that's not illegal. That's not incrimination. Oh, we don't know what incrimination is.
Yeah. I actually suspect of more malicious intent. I suspect Technicals more of a malicious intent on defending Zero than the guys he mentioned defending Nairo.
Yeah. Well, actually, if this Griffin Miller just incriminated himself based off this tweet, this dude just incriminated himself because he likes files or so. I mean, this is not incrimination. This is not incriminating. I don't know. Jesus, go pick a dictionary. Jesus, go pick a dictionary. You can just Google words, you know? Jesus.
If you do not ban Nairo from attending tournaments, I will do everything in my power to make you regret that decision. Because
shit.
Please! Separate to the ground, man.
Oh, you're in the wrong. I have zero hesitation in individually calling out every single person that does not publicly disavow his attendance. This is your last and final warning.
Leo. He's my favorite.
This is your... Oh my god! He's gonna take the stage! Man, he's gonna take the world! Hey, Taliban, this is your last and final warning to stop bombing people. I will call you up by name.
So here's a trend for you. Ban Nairo.
Damn! He's got him! He saw pedophilia.
Well,
Yep.
conclusion for that video. Fuck Nairo, but also fuck Zero.
Hey everyone, it's been a...
Fix your double standards. Fix your double standards and please lower your ego. Holy shit, you are very cringy.
But anyway, so hypocrisy much? Absolutely 100%. I don't know why. I think he just does this to stroke his ego and pretend he's smarter than everyone else. I think that's it. I don't see it any other way. That's the only thing I see.
But after taking time to reflect and think properly and review all of the evidence that came forward later on, I realized this was a big plot to assassinate my character and just destroy my life. Since then, I have retained legal counsel to take the necessary steps.
But not from Katie. I'm not sure if he's mentioning Katie right now or
He hasn't.
To Katie.
He hasn't.
Yeah, but yes, definitely. Jisoo definitely hates Zero, and she definitely wanted to take that situation to destroy his character even further.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
Levent as well, probably.
Katie's not Jisoo, is she?
Nope. And also, notice how he's not talking about the problems with Katie. Because even if he's gonna say, hey, I didn't ask you to masturbate with us. Well, why are you flirting with a 14-year-old when you knew she was 14 years old?
I'm doing my best, but it is not easy. Now I need to make...
Also, just the legal thing here. He's a public person, and the only thing he could sue for is defamation. He'll have to prove that Jisoo and Levent knew before it, because before they started talking about that. Because otherwise they can just say anything about public figures protected under freedom of speech. So Yeah, and by the way, you should just use all the claims, so you can say, oh well, at the time I didn't know. That's it. So it's very hard to. I don't know if these suits are gonna hold up in court. I don't think you're gonna make it to court. By the way, I just don't think. I just think this is a way for him to say, oh, I was actually attacked on my character, because he could have done this earlier. And well, if you have a million things to do when someone is raping you, I guess according to Techncals, I guess you have a lot of things to do, even more when someone is lying about you.
Clear to everybody watching this video, I have never received explicit images from any underage individual. I have never sent explicit images to any underage individual. I have never made travel arrangements with ulterior motives with any underage individual.
He didn't deny that he requested the photos.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, but I don't know if he's gonna say it after this one.
Okay.
I have never been touched or touched in any shape or form any underage individual, and I have never had conversations with only the intention to groom an underage individual or take advantage of them.
With the only the intention.
Yeah, not only the intention, he wanted a girlfriend.
That was badly worded. That was terribly worded. Holy shit.
But
yeah, he did. Oh, okay. Let's hear him out.
He's done. He's done. Take a look.
Anything you may have heard or seen
See?
that suggests
He's done. He didn't deny that he asked for the images that he asked for.
Those were not the allegations, you fucking moron.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. This is how he comes back. Because he's like, I have never done anything bad. Except for the thing I'm actually accused that I am not going to deny. See, I told you before, he hasn't denied about the eyes thing, the masturbation with eyes. He has not denied it. Techncals never asked, and he's not saying it right now. He's such a fucking liar. He's such a whistle little fuck that wants to get away with this. Yeah. Oh, I didn't say I didn't do it.
He did, sadly.
Yeah, so I don't know about you, but I say guilty. Notice how I'm a good person. Well, I will no longer be going to tournaments. That's what he said. That's why Techncals made the clarification in his video. That's it. Oh, well, some things I did do wrong, but not all of them. So yeah, dude, you're fucked up. Actually, if he got said, hey, I only did this one thing and I fucked up really bad. And I understand why you lost faith in me, but I'm trying to be better. I regret this so bad. I was an idiot back then. I was a loser, and I would actually believe him. I would say, you know what? I don't think he's a danger to kids anymore. But the fact that he's denying it so badly, and the fact like, oh well, I understand some things are bad, but he's not even saying that what he did is bad. He's just saying, oh well, some bridges are burned. What you gonna do? I mean, dude, fuck off. This is my problem with him. This is my problem. There is no repentance. There is nothing. People always, well, not always, but some people have said, "Oh, what do you want me to do? What do you want him to do?" I want him to know that what he did was wrong, because otherwise, this could happen again. Oh, but he's married. Doesn't matter. It hasn't happened again.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no regrets whatsoever in this guy. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't deserve to be back. I don't think we can make a video strong enough to kick you out of the platform or whatever, but I honestly hope people eventually catch up to you and say, hey, you should fuck up, honestly. I hope you never harm a child again, because that's not a child endangerment if you ask for sexually explicit pictures of kids. So, yeah, fuck this guy.
I understand very well I am not fault-free here, and I've made mistakes, but those mistakes do not represent the person I am today, or
how? You haven't said you did anything wrong.
The person I want to be moving forward. Change and reflection already happened many years ago, and I am a completely different person than when I was 19 years of age.
It happened many years ago, but it took you 2 fucking tweet longers to actually take the L, and you still don't take the L here.
Nope.
Nah, you haven't reflected shit, dude. You're a piece of shit.
You notice?
The only things that's changed is that you have a girlfriend, and so you control yourself better. But we still don't believe you because that's the only thing that stops you right now.
Yeah. And the fact that everyone's looking at you. But also, you see the length of this video? You see how this is bullshit? 4 minutes, almost 5 minutes of, hey, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm okay. I'm a nice person. Then, like 10 seconds of, there were some things that were bad, but I am better now. If you actually regretted that, you would say it. Not like, oh, well, this little tiny... This is like a politician's response to something bad. But, I mean, whatever. This is like a politician's answer. Oh, hey, I did something bad, but everyone's bad but me, and I'm a good person. I'm actually a good person. They're just bad. Everyone else is bad. I'm not good. I'm good. I should be allowed to keep doing what I'm doing. Fuck off. Honestly.
Today I'm married. I'm about to be 27. I want to start a family. I want to support the people that have been good to me, that are close to me. I want to entertain people. I want to chase my passion of creating content and making people laugh. And I just want to live my life.
All that he said, guys, means nothing. You can be married and still be a pedophile. You can have a family and still be a pedophile. You can want to make people laugh and still be a pedophile.
To be clear, we already said that he's not a pedophile, but we still don't know if he's the same loser that will we don't know if his relationship will deteriorate and deep down, because he never regretted anything he ever done, because he got away with it. He will do the same thing again and take advantage of someone, even if they are not underage.
And I'll see you guys around. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I hope not.
Well, I didn't think my opinion on him will worsen, but here we are.
Yep.